Hello everyone, welcome along. My name's Larry, aka the Simudad. Welcome to the start of a new series on Green Valley, Nebraska. It's a 4X map by DJ Modern. This is going to be a quite short episode just to really introduce the series, look at the farm that we've bought, and just see where we're going to go from here really. So I hope everyone's doing well. This is our farm just here on the right, the Hillside Ranch. We'll just pop in and have a quick look. So we'll just park the car and the truck up. So we've bought a bit of farmland already, and the only bit of machinery or vehicles, I guess, is the F450 Platinum. We started with a little over $1.2 million. And we've got about 59,000 left. Like I said, we'll just have a quick look around the farm that we've bought so far. So this is obviously the main farmhouse. This big grass bit here, we own that as well. We've got just here our corn dryers, which the map is set out of Nebraska in the USA, and over in the USA is also of Nebraska. There's quite a big thing about corn drying because they do a lot of ethanol producing over there. I actually found out that Nebraska is the second largest state in the USA for ethanol production, which is why I think this map, or the modder, included corn dryers on this map. So this is the corn dryer. Initially, I don't envisage that we're going to use it that much, so we may get rid of it down the line. But like I say, in Nebraska, dry corn is used in the production of ethanol, so it may be something that we do look to use down the line just for kind of realism. Over here we had two useless just sort of display bins, which we changed that for the Unia system, which has got 4 silos, quite similar to farms that I've seen on YouTube. Like I said, I'm going to try and keep I know everyone says, let's keep it realistic, but that is the goal. That's my preferred play style for farming sim anyways. It's realistic, so I'm not going to be spawning in like crazy money or like super strength or any of that kind of thing. I will just play it as it comes. All the money that we earn will be earned through farming and other sources. For example, this grain silo system has got 4 bins, so we're only going to keep 4 types of crop in there. So just generally, the sort of theme of the series is going to be a dairy farming operation. We are running Maize Plus as well, and the intention of that is to just kind of get a real good handle on Maize Plus and the challenges that brings. The map is set up, I believe, for Maize Plus in that it's got the extra crop types on there that you could plant if you wanted to, like alfalfa and things. The only things really were these are 2 fermenting silos, which would be hugely beneficial for Maize Plus because of being able to ferment the grass and other things into using for TMR. They weren't set up though to take the fresh maize, so I have managed to adjust the XML slightly so that I can use fresh maize in here as well as fresh grass, which I was quite pleased, quite proud of myself for doing that. It's not something I've ever done before, getting into like Giants editor and stuff, so I was quite pleased. I've tested it on a different save on this map and it works and works well, so I was quite pleased with myself. And then the only other thing is that the cow pastures on here which are just over here, which we'll have a look at in a sec, they aren't set up for grazing. I did try and briefly follow one of Disturbed Simulation's tutorials, but I got way in above my head. The way the files and everything were set up weren't the same as the videos that I was watching, and my skills weren't there to be able to change it myself, so I thought probably best I just leave it. So over here we've got 2 cow barns or cow enclosures, but they're in one. So if I think the fence is this way, sorry. So we just come here, look, we can open this gate. So where the cows live, or will live when we get them, is in this huge field, which just sprawls over the countryside. And the cows kind of just free roam here. This is one cow enclosure, and that one's the other one down there. Now, this one down here is kind of set up as like a milking parlour / hayloft. You can see here they've got the pumps for the udders down here. So this is set up like a milking parlour. And then above you've got, I'll just close the gate on the way out. Great. Just up in here we've got a hayloft, which we will make use of this because we're going to use it for our straw storage, I think. And I think most of the TMR is going to be made up of grass and maize silage. These are water tanks. I don't think they're functional, so we may replace those. Just got like this old tire and just bits of rubbish around generally, so that needs a bit of a clean up. In terms of kind of farm buildings, we've got this sort of big pole barn here with racking in the corner and just a bit of general rubbish around. You know, you've got your sort of barrels over here and a tire trolley over here. This is the other cow enclosure, which we'll just have a quick look in. So there's not really a lot to see in here, just got some bits of paraphernalia around. But like I say, we're probably not going to use this for anything major. It does look like there is a loft space, but I don't think you can kind of get anything up there, so I don't think that's really going to be any use to us. And then, again, just more bits of stuff around. And then we've got a nice little sort of garage come office area here. Again, got a little storage up here. I can't envisage we're going to use this for anything, but it's good to have the option. We could store pallets or barrels or big bags up here if you wanted to. We probably won't, but it's nice to have the option. So we've got a little office in here. Got a little shipping crates and our PC. Looks like a pretty ball-in PC. Nice little Dell Optiplex or something similar with some uprated fans. Printer, just other little bits, you know, we've got seating and things, so that's good. But nice kind of big storage area to store our machines and things. And then over here, got like a big drive-through barn, I think. Or not quite drive-through, sorry. So got a big kind of another pole barn here, with front and side doors. Again, bit of a paraphernalia stuff around. Got a diesel generator, some barrels, that kind of thing. Some shelving over here. A couple of arcade machines if fancy. I mean, that one's broke, but fancy a little go of its harp lifter. That's a bit annoying. Look, Jet Set Farming 2148 is broke. And then more storage again over here. And then this is just the back way in then. So that's kind of like the main farmland at the moment, so the farmyard. We've got a nice amount of storage that we can store some machines in. Just here we've got a diesel tank. Again, not sure if this works entirely, but once we've got some machinery in that, we'll pull it up and we'll have a look. If it doesn't, again, I'll hop back into Giants Editor and take that out and replace it with an actual working diesel storage. We have got some extra space so we can expand. Like I reckon if we deleted these trees out or like cut them down or whatever, we could probably squeeze some more storage in here. So if we have a little quick look on the map, this is us down here on Hillside Ranch. Now we have bought some land, and the land that we've got is plot 18 up here, plot 47, 46, 45 and the main farm. Now, in terms of fields, this one here is all grass. It's not actually recognised as a field, but it's a good meadow for us to have. So that'll supply a good bit of grass as well. We've got field 24 here and field 25. That's got oat growing in it. We've got corn or maize growing in 26 here. So the two oat fields, they are ready to harvest. The farm actually came with the cereal factory. So if we harvest the oats, what I was thinking is we could make oatmeal if we put some beehives down. So what we'll do is we'll have a little drive and look at those other fields quick. The first one we don't need to drive because it's actually over here. But I was thinking we will use this and make some maize, fresh maize for the fermenters. So this will be ready to cut in a day or two. And we'll go up and have a look at the other fields. So this is field 25 here. And this is oats all growing in there. And like I said, they're ready to harvest. So we'll harvest the oats off there. We'll get the straw and we'll store the straw until we get the cows. And then field 24 is the next one over, which is just up here, I believe, on the right. Just this field here. So again, that's ready to harvest. I've got the oaks, I think this is, or fair oaks actually, on the left here. There's another farm. We've got this big grass meadow here, which is ours as well. Like I said, that's going to supply most of the grass sort of going forward until we decide what we're going to do. Now, in terms of, let me just spin around and then we'll just kind of have a quick chat on the way back. In terms of the cows, because we've got the Maize Plus running, and obviously they consume a heck of a lot more food with Maize Plus running, I'm not planning on probably getting those till in the spring next year, just to give us a chance to kind of make some preparations and get some feed behind us ready. Obviously we're going to probably be growing most of our own feed, so we'll be doing a lot of maize, a lot of grass work, and we will need to kind of earn enough to keep us going over. So what I'm thinking right now is that we will have the sort of oats will be our predominant crop because it comes with a cereal factory, so that'll keep us going if we can produce enough oats for that production. And then what I was thinking is, instead of just kind of taking the milk and selling it like most people do, I'm probably going to stick that in the dairy and make some kind of milk byproduct with it, like cheese or yogurt or ice cream or something like that. So then we've got, we're getting a bit extra for our money. What I have a look at doing is some dry corn maybe down the line. Once we're kind of set up with the cows, see how we're faring with what we're able to grow for the maize silage. And then if we've got enough left over, we can dry it out and take it down the ethanol factory. Good prices on ethanol. And like I said, that's realistic to the area because they're the second biggest ethanol producer in the United States. And like I said, I am going to try and keep it as true as possible to Nebraska. Watched a few good YouTubers. Laura Farms is the predominant one. She's got a really good channel with her husband Grant of their farming operation in Nebraska. There will be some equipment choices I know coming up that will probably ruffle a few feathers, but it's kind of a needs must situation. Generally, we're going to be keeping to the kind of brands and things that you would expect to see in the area. But fair warning, probably in the next episode or the second next episode, there will be an equipment choice which probably would ruffle a few feathers locally. But we'll get into that when it comes to it. So, I think that seems like a good place to leave it. Like I said, it was just a whistle-stop tour of the farm. There are things probably that will get cleaned up along the way. Just a bit of sort of trash around. Like this, this is not useful, this grain dump here. Can't actually do anything with that. But yeah, that's the farm, that's the series introduction. And really just generally looking forward to going. If you enjoyed the episode, drop a like, subscribe and leave a comment below. I'll get back to all the comments. Any suggestions for equipment choices or anything you'd like to see, just hit that in the comments as well. And until next time, take care.